Hey, this is Eric O'Dell. We're here at Continuous Testing Live. We're broadcasting live here from AWS Re here at the CA Technologies booth, where we're helping you become a DevOps rock star to make your cloud apps rock. I'm talking to my friend from BlazeMeter. Introduce yourself.
My name is Dave Caro. I'm on the product team.
David Caro, you're with the product team. Now, you're talking to a lot of people today about their performance issues. What are some of the challenges you're hearing from people?
Well, historically, performance testing's been in a center of excellence, a small group, a kind of a centralized bunch of experts, but people are pushing their development out to the edge, and they have lots of smaller teams doing development. And the problem is, if you want a team to work autonomously and do like 2-week sprints, they can't get in line for a centralized function that might have a 6-week wait. It's kind of straightforward. It just doesn't scale.
Okay, now we recently conducted a survey where we found that 50% of enterprises are looking to find a way off of legacy testing systems. Now, what are your comments about that?
Well, legacy testing systems for a lot of people is going to mean Load Runner, Performance Center, right? Solid tools, got us through the client-server era, got us through the beginning of the web era, but never really could handle the outside scale, and certainly can't handle the continuous deployment, continuous delivery, continuous integration. They're just not built to be fired up every time code gets checked in or every time somebody runs a build. They're typically running a lab and they're on appointments and schedules, et cetera, right? So people are trying to figure out, how do I run testing all the time? And it's not by having 100 different Load Runner instances ready to go all the time. It's just not going to happen.
All right, and now we found that 60% of those organizations that are looking to get off of Load Runner, they're trying to go to open source. Right. Now, what are the benefits for these organizations to go to open source, and what should they be looking for?
Well, at the same time they're doing this, they're trying to get their developers more involved, or their development teams. Development teams tend to be more interested in using open source instead of proprietary solutions. In fact, many of them already have JMeter in their bag of tricks, because when they wanted to run tests and they didn't want to wait, they went and got it, because they don't have to ask for it, they just go grab it, right? So open source is a large community where people collaborate. There's a lot of information available. There's a lot of plugins available, again, for free. Just grab it and go. So people have already gravitated toward those tools, and by their nature, the way these tools are built is kind of more easily cobbled together into a chain of tools, because people are kind of bringing together the things they need dynamically. So it's just it makes more sense in a continuous environment to have those tools.
All right, so for these organizations that are looking to get off of these legacy testing tools like Load Runner, what recommendations would you have for them to get started moving and shifting to open source? How easy is this?
Yeah, so we get a lot of the same questions. Was how do I migrate? How do I make my migration smooth? I'm game, I want to move. What do I do? And so we created shiftleft.blazemeter.com. Shift left is about moving your development or your testing to the left earlier in the development cycle and out to the development teams. And shift left lets you take existing Load Runner assets, drag and drop them into there. It'll actually spit out either JMeter files or Selenium files, so that you can immediately do two things. One, you can immediately learn how the tests you used to run would look in JMeter or Selenium. And two, you can start running those tests as part of your continuous delivery without having to worry about licenses and scaling and whether you have an appointment to use the system, et cetera, right? So it frees you up to accelerate your transition, to convert your assets. The converter converts known functions. If you have custom functions, it'll actually just tell you, hey, I couldn't convert that one, but I'll comment out what was done. So it basically accelerates your move and gets you on the road.
So you're saying that they can convert their ViewGen and TrueClient scripts from Load Runner in just minutes, going over to open source, doing it in JMeter Selenium in just minutes?
Yeah, that's correct. The conversion is actually dynamic. It happens while you're online. You upload the files, you wait 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds, and it gives you a zip file with the results, and up you go. It's a free service. So yeah, we have a commercial service for running load tests, but we wanted to actually facilitate the move to open source for everybody. And so you just need a free account for BlazeMeter to get to do this, and we'll even set one up on the fly for you if you come to visit the site. So just go there, start using it, and you're up.
So if somebody wants to start converting their scripts today, where should they go?
Just go straight to shiftleft.blazemeter.com. Shiftleft.blazemeter.com. Drop a zip file on there, and they're up and running.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. And this is Eric O'Dell from Continuous Testing Live, and we'll see you next time.